Shalom peeps again. This is Crystal. Welcome to my channel. This word that the Lord gave me last night on a dream, I'm going to title it New Beginnings, No Looking at the Former Things of Old. So I'm just going to read the dreams. Don't mind me if I'm looking at my notes. It's just so I make sure that I have everything correctly here. I don't want to miss anything. And yeah, so I'm just going to start getting into it. So traveling to an unknown place, ended up in a cafeteria cooking area. I was being shown what to do there, instructions from the head chef. He had a huge table in front of him, dressed in a white chef coat. I was excited and told him that I used to be a cook for 8 years and that I worked for Air Canada back in the day. This is actually true, that this has actually happened. Then I seen my old boss who actually worked with me, and at the old job, she was my boss, and her name was Jackie. I was talking to her about work together, and I asked her how long it's been since I've seen her. And I remember her opening up a locker, and she was saying it was about 8 years. So again, I told the cook at first, I said 8 years, and then she told me 8 years. So the cafeteria was big and better than it was before, because remember when I worked at this place, it was like small, and it was like a small setting, only 4 people, employees, and then the rest of it was just like the eating area. This place was huge, grand, big, new equipment on it. It was spotless. It was just enormous. Like there was so much room. It was just like high class luxury kitchen area. So yeah. Let's see here. So the task was familiar, but the goal was unfamiliar. And this is God is kind of saying that it's a new place and it's an unknown new beginning. It's going to be a new territory. Now he got me to take out certain words from the dream and look them up in the interpretation. So I'm just going to read you what the meanings are of each word that he gave me, and then what he told me to give to you guys. So there was cooking. The man was preparing. He was standing at the table in front of me, and he was preparing food. So food being prepared is Psalms 23:5. Because God prepares a table in the presence of our enemies. So the chef was a head chef, someone who leads and manages the kitchen, and or manages the staff, representing the Holy Spirit leading you and guiding you. The kitchen. So now these things here that I'm going to get for the kitchen is again from that man Joshua on ministry. I don't know if you guys seen from my last video, I was talking about it, that he does dream interpretation. So some meetings, I've been looking it up, I'm still learning. So this is what I got for the word kitchen. So kitchen prepares again for Psalms 23:5. But this also presents a place of preparation, plans, or place where things are stored. A kitchen, it was clean, it was spotless, so it symbolizes comfort, happiness, good health, success, and peace. Now, feeling happy in the kitchen, because I was so happy. I was like so excited. I was like, yeah, man, this is awesome. So it represents good news, family togetherness, unity, joy, love, and caring. Now, I don't know if I mentioned in the dream, it said that I was working for Air Canada. Now, Air Canada is, I don't know if you're Canadian or not. I know I am, but yeah, it's a Canadian air flight company. But in this dream, it means meaning flying, traveling to new ground, new territory. That's what it's meaning. And the Lord felt me to look up the name Jackie. Jackie means may God protect you. God is gracious, holder of the heel, and supplanter. I'm hoping that word is. I don't know what that means, but okay. So Jackie also comes from the name Jacob. So Jacob, along his journey, Jacob receives a special revelation from God. God promised Jacob's land and numerous offspring that would prove to be the blessing of the entire earth. So definitely restoration. It's exactly, God is awesome. So 8 means new beginning. So it's going to be a new beginning. And this, I just started downloading. My writing is so messy. So I'm just going to read it because this is what God gave me. So here it goes. So new beginnings are here, new travels for some to new territory, or this could be your promised land as well. Or if you are in your promised land already, it is a preparation of new beginning, a new territory. God said that he will prepare a table in the presence of your enemies, because you obeyed God and you seeked God, no matter what the situation happened, when things were arising, you didn't seek it out for yourself. You didn't try to defend yourself in any way, that you stood still and you prayed to God. You let God be your defender. So you let God fight for you. So God is your protector and he is merciful. This is new beginning and it won't be the same as it was before. You are going to have comfort, joy, happiness, good health, good news. But remember that it's not always going to be rainbows and all lollipops. And I like using that term because it's not going to be all handy dandy, like everything's going to be great. Oh yeah, it takes work. God always stands on his promises, but it's not always going to be the way that you think it is. It's always going to be different. His ways are higher than ours. So, and his thoughts are not our thoughts. So, it's going to be a protected ground though, because this is your promised land or what God has promised to you. You stood firm in it. So, but the place will be unfamiliar. It will be new, and it will not be the same as it was, not like it was before in your past life. So, and God brought to me, don't look back. Remember Lot's wife. She turned into a pillar of salt. God doesn't want us dwelling on the old things of the old. The things that happened in the past, you have to let those things go. Turn to the new. Don't let the old, because the old, when you look back, it's like bondage. Just like the Israelites, they always stuck in the old constantly. This is why they were never able to go into their promised land, because they were always stuck on the things of the old. And it kept them stuck in the wilderness. And you don't want to be stuck in the wilderness. God taking you out of the wilderness, you got to go, So you got to keep moving forward. You got to have faith, believing in the new. Keep pressing forward no matter what it may look like. Trust God and pray for him to keep leading you forward, not looking left or to the right, but straight ahead. And God gave me these scriptures to go with what he showed me, so I'm just going to read them. So first is Psalms 23, verse 5. You prepare a table in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. He gave me Luke 17:32 to 33. Remember Lot's wife. Whoever seeks to preserve his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life will keep it. He also gave me Isaiah 43:18, and it reads, forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. And Proverbs 14:25 to 27 is from the Message Bible. He just led me. I was about to read the normal KJV, but he's saying, no, go to the Message Bible. And so I'm going to read it for there. Give me a second. I'm just going to take some water. Thirsty. Okay, so I'm going to read it. And it says, keep vigilant, watch over your heart. That's where life starts. Don't talk out of both sides of your mouth. Avoid careless banter, white lies, and gossip. Keep your eyes straight ahead. Ignore all sideshow distractions. Watch your step, and the road will stretch out smooth before you. Look neither right nor left. Leave evil in the dust. So, yeah, that's what he gave me. Definitely new beginnings, a new start. Don't look back. Keep moving forward, no matter what it looks like. There's still going to be tests, there's still going to be trials, but as long as we seek God on all matters of accounts and be in his presence and be strong and don't listen to everybody that you hear and say and every word that you hear, always take everything back to God. And I know that I've learned this as well. And what is it, Lord? He was just showing me that last night there was a shift in the spirit. Now, I'm going to say for the last week, I had a herniated disc, which is so painful. It's like, I don't know, for like the last year, it's like kept on getting like these attacks. If the enemy wasn't attacking me in my mind, he was like attacking me physically. And it was just like ever trying to do something good and be healthy and work out. It was like, I was just always being attacked constantly, either throwing my back out. And now that I think about it, God gave me a dream a night before actually an injury happened to my foot. I'm pretty sure, because when I was about to think about it last night as they came from the enemy, God was like showing me like, no, it wasn't. It was more like a warning. And it was a dream that I fell off the ladder and I injured myself. And that's exactly what happened at this job that I was working at. The injury actually did happen. And now that I think about it, it's just like, wow, God was actually warning me. Maybe I shouldn't have gone to work that day, but I was working alone and my feet were tired. I was painting all day long. And I went to go get off the ladder because I didn't have my shoes on, and I skipped a step and I fell back onto this like soft seat. But then I looked down and my whole heel was like split in half. It was a screw, went right through it. Man, I was bleeding. I thought I was going to pass. I don't know how I did it, but God reminded me that tape stitching everything, and I didn't do ghost stitches. I hate needles. Like, this is not my thing, but yeah, I went and hopped into the office. Nobody was there at work because the restaurant was closed that day, and I just taped it up, and everybody's like, you should go to the hospital and get technician. I'm like, no, it ain't going to happen. God has me, and he did. So it healed within 3 months, but yeah, I've just been attacked, and recently too, it's just like I was just starting to lift weights again, feeling awesome, eating healthy, and then bam, get a herniated disc, like the devil is a liar. And I just kept on praying and praying and praying, Lord, heal me. I want to be new. And I felt like this new coming inside of me, and I just wanted to break forth. And yesterday, he's kind of like my dad. He's always been there. He's like one of my friends' dads. He's always been there for me. And now that I know too, like God's always put him in my path to be there for me. Truly a godsend. But he took me yesterday because, my back was still hurt and I was still healing, and I wanted to clean for his friend because he's in a wheelchair. And I shampooed his carpet yesterday. I was there for like 6-7 hours, and my back, I even had a back brace on. I thought like, man, I'm going to be hurting more than I was like when this herniated disc started. Like, I just wanted to go home. I was just hurting so bad. So then we were about to leave. We were going to Walmart to grab a couple things. And as I was pushing the cart, my back was locking up. And I'm like, Lord, please just like, don't let this happen. Like, I'm like, not here, like just praying like, Lord, like just don't, because it was stopping me from walking. I was like having a major spasm. And I was really thinking like this is the end of it, but it stopped like a minute later. Sorry, I got something in my eye. So then I got home and I just sat on the bed, and I had a heating pad on my back for like an hour, and then I felt like when I got up, it was like a little different, I was like, okay, my back's not hurting. I did take a little bit of Tylenol, but it wasn't like it was before. So then later on that night, I'm just like, I'm just going to take it. I started praising and worshiping, and all of a sudden, like I was just praying like my regular prayer. Sorry, I got like a piece of hair in my eye or something, but I started praising and worshiping, and then I go to pray my normal prayers that I always do, and it was like God wouldn't let me. Like it was like plank inside of me, and I was like, instead of praying to cover people and do all these things, it was like God was saying like, thank me. And this joy came over me, man. I was just like in my room, not kidding you, man. I was just like, woohoo, like I just had this joy and this peace. It was just like God was like, it was like new thing. It was, I can't even explain it. And I was like dancing in the dark, man. I was just like, man, my leg felt better, and no sciatica, no pain. And it just felt like God was doing new. It was like in the spirit, like something lifted off. Like before when I was praying, it was like taking me a long time to get in his presence and to pray. And you know what, it was like at times like the enemy would come and attack my mind and all this stuff. Like it was like hard witchcraft. But this time I felt so much lighter. I felt like joy. Like I wanted to have a party all to myself. I'm not kidding you. But this is just showing that a shift happened. It was a crossover that happened last night. And I watched another video, and they were saying that witchcraft cannot be a part of you no more. If you are truly walking with God and you repented and you are seeking God and you're drawing close to him, the enemy can't touch you. As long as you stay in the ark with him, you'll be okay. But yeah, it definitely, a shift has happened. Definitely. So I don't know. Today I'm just like so happy, enjoy. I haven't felt this good in like a year. I just felt like it's totally new. It's a new place, a new beginning, a new start, and just all I'm saying is keep moving forward. God is there for you. Don't give up. Don't let the devil steal your joy, man. Pfft, seriously, like times devil, and I'm just like I ignore it. I ignore it. That's where he's trying to trip you up. Just keep pressing forward. You guys got this. God is with you. But anyways, I'm gonna get off here. Feels like I'm just chitter chattering. So yeah, until next time, if God leads me again, I will be here again. You guys stay prayed up, stay blessed. God loves you. You can do all things through Him. He is your strength. Be happy, enjoy life, Lynn. Don't be so down on yourself. Like God has you, man. He brings the joy. He brings the best out of us, and we can't do anything without Him. Then. So until then, guys, stay blessed, and if He leads me accordingly, I'll be here again. So shalom, you guys. Bye.